Morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Monday, November 24th, 2025, brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and for those who are visually impaired. Lead story: Decision Day in Golden Isles. It is by-election day in Golden Isles, and all eyes are on the polls as residents choose their new Member of Parliament following the passing of Vaughan Miller. The major political parties made their final appeal over the weekend. Leader Michael Pintard told supporters they stand on the edge of a powerful moment, urging voters to reject arrogance and demand respect from government. Former Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham assured FNMs that you can't tiff an election in the Bahamas, saying guardrails and experienced officials protect the process. COI leader Lincoln Bain said both major parties have failed the nation and called on voters to make real change by supporting COI candidate Brian Roll. Prime Minister Philip Davis, speaking from church, urged Bahamians not to let politics divide the nation, emphasizing, "We are still one people." Candidates on the ballot today include FNM's Brian Brown, PLP's Darren Pickstock, COI's Brian Roll, and Independent Karen Butler. Parliamentary Commissioner Neil Campbell will not be removed. The Parliamentary Commissioner confirmed that returning officer Neil Campbell will stay in place, despite FNM complaints over his close relationships with various political figures. Campbell stated he can act fairly, noting he is related to people across political lines, including FNM leader Michael Pintard. Rick Fox calls for full election transparency. NBA champion Rick Fox urged the Prime Minister to stream the vote, calling for cameras at every polling station and full live coverage to eliminate doubt and protect democracy. Unemployment drops to 9.3%. The national unemployment rate fell from 10.8% to 9.3% between the first and second quarter of 2025. There are 218,620 employed people, with the largest increases in construction, retail, hospitality, and elementary occupations. Hop, landlady and daughter found guilty of attempted murder. A mother and daughter were convicted 8-1 for a 2021 shooting incident involving their tenants in Fox Hill. They will remain in custody pending sentencing in January. Men charged after looting Brooklyn Bridge barge in Abaco. 3 men were charged for allegedly stealing over $500,000 worth of appliances and electronics after a barge ran aground. Cheers to 181 years. Today's editorial celebrates the Nassau Guardian's 181st anniversary, reflecting on its long history, evolution from anti-slavery advocacy, and its commitment to fair reporting and national development. The newspaper reaffirms its role in protecting truth amid rising misinformation. 1. Expert in nothing, loud on everything. A writer warns that the Bahamas increasingly confuses loudness with leadership. They call for leaders who rely on data, information, knowledge, and wisdom instead of theatrics and one-liners. 2. When America sneezes. This letter highlights concerns about an incoming U.S. economic slowdown. Because the Bahamas is tied closely to American tourism and financial markets, a U.S. downturn could severely impact jobs and revenue locally. Business and economic notes. Although today's edition is election-heavy, the big economic story is the decline in unemployment and the shifting labor patterns, especially growth in construction and service industries. There is also a large public procurement report listing awarded government contracts. Bahamas history fact on this day. The Nassau Guardian reminds readers that it first published on November 23, 1844, playing a major role in Bahamian history and serving as the country's oldest surviving newspaper. Quote of the day: "Staying informed is one of the greatest responsibilities of citizenship. Knowledge protects democracy. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing."